Okay, so hopefully this is recording, because I've got a camera on my head. Sounds a bit weird, but here we go. So put a bit of gold on first. Now most of this miniature is gold, so it's going to be going on pretty much all over the body armour and everything. I've already done a necrotic skin primer, because I prefer going over that kind of colour rather than trying to cover white or black. So this is generally just to test this, because I still don't know what the video is going to look like, because as I said, I've got a camera strapped to my head rather than one over my shoulder, which I found quite annoying. It used to get in my way a bit, but we'll see how it turns out. And really, I'd normally just grab a big old brush and just slap this on. It's been watered down a bit anyway, as you can see. You can still see the undercoat underneath it. And the light I've got in the background is just an LED lamp. It's not the best. I personally prefer working to just daylight, or at work I've got strip lights above my head. So there we go. Again, just getting the paint all in there at the moment, because a lot of the obviously the finer points etc. will come later once I've done all the base colours etc. So I'm possibly not talking that loudly. I don't know. It's going to be sort of trial and error. See how these go. See what I can do. See where I can improve. And talking to myself is not sort of something that comes second nature. And a big crowd is a bit different. You know, you can chat away and having no issues. But to me, you know, you guys might want to see me paint, but I'm like, oh, you know, how interesting is it watching a guy just slapping a lot of gold paint onto a miniature at this point? There's not much else you're going to see for a bit. I've already got an image on my phone which you can see sitting there, and every now and again I'll probably check back to it. I don't copy them exactly, but I do try and get as near as possible, unless somebody requests something completely different to what the image is. Or the artwork, I should say, in most cases. Again, this may all look really messy and everything, but, well, it's just the way I paint. Other people have probably spent hours and hours making sure every little nook and cranny is painted and everything looks nice and smooth and tidy and clean. But that's what I do later on. At the moment I'm just trying to get some gold in the places I want gold, which for this miniature is quite a lot of it. Hey, you know, at the moment it's kind of like, oh, look, all I'm doing is putting gold onto it, wherever the armour is. I mean, I know there's a couple of bits under the arm which I want black, and some other bits are going to be blue. There's the gun that's going to be silver. You know, but at this point, yep, just get that gold in them gaps. Fill that all out. In a minute I'll hair dry it all off. And then I'll pick up the next colour and decide what I'm going to do with that one and where that's going to go, and so on and so forth. And look, I'll just have a quick look. Yep, see that everything around here is gold. It's all gold up here. And using that image is pretty much gold except for the tassels, the shoulders, the gun, bit of cloak work. Nothing major. And you might notice as well, the brushes I've got are Winsor Newton, but the two I've got are a couple of rough ones that I've got at home, because I stupidly left my ones at work. So these are not in the best condition anyway. Not that I really mind anyway. I'll just eat through these brushes. Not they're going out of fashion. If you can hear that noise in the background, that's one of my cats clawing something. As I say, I still don't know what this image is going to look like on this camera. I hope it's pointing down into the sort of work so you can see what I'm painting. Right, that's pretty much the gold done. So, while the gold's sort of drying, I'm just going to add a bit of the colours in the background. There will be ones that I'll use again later. So my wet palette's got a bit of water on the top anyway, just sort of mixing in with the paint so it's not too sloppy, too thick. Okay, so we're just adding them. This is one of the old Army Painter Zombicide Abomination Gore reds I'm using. You can't get these without them being in the sets nowadays. And so I'm gradually phasing these out, and I seem to be going back, believe it or not, to Games Workshop, which I sort of started steering clear of, but they're just easy to come by where I am at the moment, rather than sitting waiting for stuff to come off eBay. Bit annoying there. A bit of water still up my brush, which I did not know. Okay, so I can't really see the back of this cloak in the image I've got, so I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark. There's some kind of brown, so I want to do the axe handle of brown. After I've done the axe handle brown, I'm going to do the bit of the back brown. As I said, at this point I'm not too bothered if some of the paint goes in the wrong place. It'll get sorted out later anyway. I come to the highlighting stages. Mainly what I'm trying to do at the moment is cover the area I want, whatever colour it is, in the majority. I was upstairs having a bath, you know, with the noise. Alright, at this point I'm just going to do a quick bit of hair drying. So, obviously you heard the hairdryer going off there. Now, this is a massive brush because I've gone and left the other one at work. Like I said, I've already left my better two Winsor Newtons at the moment at work. Just get this orange all in here. Reikland, however you want to pronounce it. Reikland. Just all over the gold. Doesn't matter if it hits any of the cape either, because all that is. Getting this all in here on the gold gives a bit of almost a brassy sheen, I suppose. Just make sure this is all over. Again, as most people know, put the paintbrush back over later, just to get some of the excess off. Right, Won't be needing any more of that. Quick hairdryer blast. Right. Okay, so now let's start looking at the base. Bit of water, bit of grey. Take out all the stones. Add a little bit of water so it just eases the paint along. Just done the grey. I'm just going to have to check back to the picture because there was something I wanted to check on it. Yeah, generally speaking, it's just got silver axe, silver gun, belt, arms, legs with a bit of black on it, shoulders and the tassels on the front, a bit of blue. So really put this bit of blue in. Again, this might not be quite the same shade as the other blue on the image there, but I put wash over this lot anyway, which makes it darker anyway. Just turn it around and go from behind. This light is not the best this evening. It's about 7:30, and it's getting a little bit dark in here. So this is going to be really quick and rough anyway. And if need be, if it looks not as nice as I want it to in the morning, I will go back over it. But I'm hoping it's going to come out pretty well. So you can see some slight gaps in the armour. I didn't stick this together. This is something somebody sent me to do. And in most cases I will paint whatever I'm sent as I'm sent it, because I don't mess around with files and glues and stuff. It's not my thing. Plus I don't want to make more of a mess of it. Yeah, I'm just getting the paint on where I want it to go at the moment. Any slight issues I will tidy them up later, because I know I got a little spot of blue there, which I might just take out now, just for ease, in case I forget later. It's only just that edge there. Right, okay, we're getting somewhere. I need a hairdryer again, just to dry off the base. Right, now I'm going to try and take out anything that I see that looks like a green leaf. Sure what that is. paint on there. So I hope this is recording. I'm going to be really gutted. Once again, I'm not using what I use at work, and I keep getting blobs of water come down my paintbrush, which I'm not expecting. So as you can see, I have a sort of weird system. I tend to lay out the paints in a sort of order that I think I'm going to use them in, and then half the time I change it as I'm going. And then I start mixing the stuff later and adding bits here and there. I guess sometimes you do, as I say, make it up as you go along. So, not looking too shabby at the moment. This is a fairly new one, so shake that up a little bit. So not a lot of just ordinary metal on this one, mainly the gold as the key features I've already mentioned. There you go. Right, I'm just going to check the image quickly. And if you look, there isn't really any other silver on it at the moment. I don't know what this design is here. It looks like some kind of white design, but as I can't see what it is, I can't really tell. It's almost like a U, but that would be ultramarines. So we won't be doing that on there. So it's just white down this bit, black belt. Only laughing because of martial arts that I do. Also a black stripe in the back of the strap in the back of that leg there. So getting brown out to sort the tree out. As I said, I'm literally down to almost having done the base of this miniature already, but it is a bit quick and slapdash at the minute until later on. Again, another dark brown with a Rhinox. Should really tell you which colours I'm using, shouldn't I, as I'm going? I just literally say, oh yeah, I'm using a green or a blue or a brown. I say I'm not used to recording myself, and I'm not used to talking like this. Normally I'm having a laugh and a joke with people. When you've got nothing to sort of feed off of, it's quite difficult. Yes, I know I just called that leaf, did it a little bit brown, but it's not really an issue at the moment. So I may have to switch this video off and go say goodnight to my daughter in a minute, and then come back and finish off the rest of the video in a bit. which means I've got to use some editing skills, which is another thing I don't do either. Just tend to record it all and then play it back. I'm actually looking forward to tomorrow at work, because I can get my 3D printer up and running again. I'll start printing some more bits and pieces for myself. Already done a few trial bits, they were okay, but I want to improve on them and create some nice game stuff for myself, which is why I bought the printer in the first place. Well, that's been sitting around doing not much for about a year. Sounds really sad, and it is. Now I've got to show it some love, get it out, do some work with it. Oh, it'd be so much easier if somebody was saying, hey, you know, how do you do that? How do you do this? Instead it's just me, a rather knackered paintbrush, which is sort of falling to bits. A quick dollop of paint here and there. Right. So now we're going to just do the black bits. Again, that water's running down the paintbrush, which I completely forgot about. Thanks for that, I'm recording. Don't worry. I'll probably stop in a minute. And I'll bring the hairdryer up. See, told you. Not going to get to do this all in one hit. Right, so just going to do this bit of black. Can't really see around the back of there, it's really dark. Hopefully I can get my paintbrush down the back of the bit. It's one of them things, isn't it? You know, do you paint it before you stick it together? Or do you paint it afterwards? Well, I've never painted anything and then stuck it together afterwards, as far as I can recall. Glue it all up, put it all together, and paint it. And say, if you can't see it, then they can't see it. That's the theory anyway. So, we're almost done on just the base colours. So I've literally got to do the white bit down the back of it, which might be the hardest bit. It's quite tight to get in there. I'll switch to a slightly smaller brush. Add a bit of water to this because I want it to just run, because it'd be a lot easier to paint it. So it's the usual story again. Painting behind the back. So try not to get any of the paint on any of the front stuff, but also trying to make sure you get rid of every bit of grey mini you can see. As I said, added a little bit of water to it so hopefully it runs down and covers everything I can't quite reach. Sure, that's not supposed to have come out there, but hey ho, so be it. Right, so only I believe I've got everything up the back there. So Once I put the wash down the back anyway, it will take out most of that. Right, so there you have it. That's the base colours done. Quick hair dry, then wash. And that's where I'm going to stop it. Okay, so I had to stop the video and do a few bits and pieces, but now I'm back to it. So just after I stopped it, I just quickly did a soft tone wash all over, and I noticed I'd missed a bit on the shoulder pad, a couple of little gold bits on the back here. So now to finish it off, so I'm going to add a little bit of silver up here, a couple of silver bits first. These bits quite bright silver on there. Okay, let's define the other bits. So I'm just going to put these videos up in 2 stages, probably a lot easier. Just level the first one as base coat, and this one as a finer detailing. Try to change the position of the camera slightly as well. I've obviously watched a tiny bit back, and I'm not sure, but it felt like you were looking at my hands for quite a bit of it, which I've got no issue with, but obviously people will notice I've got a skin complaint on my hands that I was born with. Doesn't bother me. I've had it 41 years, I don't really care about it. So not just touching some areas with a nice bit of steel. This is one of the Vallejo air paints actually. I don't even know where I got it from, it just sort of came in a set as far as I can remember. Every now and again I thought, ooh, it is a really vibrant silver. That vibrant noise in the background is my cat scratching its head. A bit weird, but there we go. So now you'll see there's a pile of paints underneath where the miniature is, and I will just rattle back through them until I've done everything. Possibly decide to change a couple of bits later, I don't know. Just depends how I feel when I get there, I suppose. There's a couple of little bits that I'm going to make a little bit silvery. Yeah, that's going to do on that front. Oh, yeah, sorry, I meant to go over the lightning bits on the back as well. I almost forgot I did them gold and forgot to go over them with silver. I said, people keep saying, oh, you know, what amazing secrets do you have, and blah blah blah. I have a wet palette, some worn out paint brushes, water in the background and a great big glass jar. Don't have anything fancy at all. Right, now we're going to go back to the grey and do a little bit on the base. Let's get a bit of water on that. Touch the ivory in there as well. Lighten up some grey stonework. Again, I hope you can see because I keep turning the miniature out of my possibly out of shot, but because I can't see the camera, I can't tell. Again, this is not the best light to try and work to. I realise that. In future I'll do other stuff with different lighting, etc. if I can. So I'm not a technician or anything, I am just literally somebody that likes to paint, and according to some, paint quite well and quite fast. But yeah, all these people with fancy studios and everything, good luck to them. I unfortunately don't have the space for a fancy studio, or the money, to be fair. Hey, who knows what the future may hold. As I say, just try and sort out the base quickly now. Get that done out of the way. That's why some of the other bits of paint elsewhere and a little bit of the wash is still drying. Probably, well, I don't know if you can spot that in it or not. Right, let's just sort that out, but yeah, there's still some wet wash down the back. As I said, I was in the process of sort of doing that, saying goodnight to my daughter and a few other bits and pieces. Just a leaf there. Right. I think I managed to get all the leaves. I don't think I've missed any. Okay. Let's get that off there. Tiny bit of yellow. Tiny bit of green. It's a little bit too bright. A bit of white. A bit of green again. Don't want to make them too light, but just a little. Back on the leaves. So say you've got ivory there. The green I'm using, which I don't actually know the name of. It's the green I picked up not that long ago actually, which is why I don't know the name of it. But yeah, there's Vallejo ivory, the old Ural yellow. Where's this green? Okay, warpstone, glow green. Again, I don't tend to pay attention to the names. Obviously, when I run out, I do have a look and think, oh yeah, I need to know one of whatever colour it is. But most of the time, I just pick it up because it's the rough shade I want it to be, but then tend to mix bits and pieces together anyway. Okay, again, I don't know what you can see of that, if you can see the little bits of leaves here and there. I'm not supposed to do that. And yes, if anybody noticed, I did just lick paint off my miniature, or the miniature that I'm painting. Quickest way to get rid of a mistake, to be fair. Right. Now I'm going back in with a lighter blue. So, let's just pick out a couple of little bits on here. So just tighten up the blue bits now. Work on the shoulder pads. So I'll probably just do this until I've sort of completed it. So the wife's in the background now, so ooh, scary. Only joking. So it's getting quite late, so it's later than I planned to be doing this. I was hoping I'd get this done by about sort of 7 o'clock, but it's now about 8:45 at night. I'm not going to be doing too much more. Anyway, right, that's done the blue bit. So we've done the green, we've done the yellow. Oh, I want a bit of yellow to add to the other bit. So we're getting down to about, I don't know, 6-7 colours here. So I'll touch the red. Oh, excuse me. So the red I used earlier and the yellow this time. And I just sort out a bit of head feathers, fluff, string, whatever you want to call it. So I probably look at this tomorrow and be like, oh my god, that's appalling, you can't see anything, you're spending too long looking at my hands rather than looking at what I'm painting. So the lighting's not ideal here either, as I say, I've already watched a little bit back, so I know it's quite dark, so I don't actually know what you can actually see. Or what you will be able to see, I should say. So, I'm going to add just a tiny little bit of white. Just a couple of finer bits over there. So, again, you may just be thinking, oh hang on, this guy just paints exactly how I paint. It's like, yep, I never said I didn't. So, as I say to people, I sort of make it up as I go along. Right, okay, let's go for the orange in the back part. We're going to add some ivory in here. I've got a habit of mixing paint in the lids, which is never that good. And that's one of my cats in the background. Ooh, sounds like the kettle's on. So work on the cloak now. Again, it's a mix of the brown, Mornfang brown, if that's how you pronounce it. Again, I'm terrible at pronunciations. But if people want to know the actual colours, just ask, and I'll always write a list on the so I'll drag a bit across there. You may think, what the hell is he doing? All will be revealed later. Just got some patches of brown and green. Yep, brown and green. Light and dark patches on here. So you might be thinking, well, what the hell? You know, it's a bit messy and everything. It won't do when I'm finished, because I forgot I was going to use the right hand again later. Okay, so we've done the red and yellow, so literally down to 4 colours. Ooh, doesn't help if you don't wash your brush. So just adding a straightforward black around the edge of the base. Okay, so I'd say it's just a black edged base. So we're now going to add a little bit of iron to this. It's a bit on the belt and the straps. Again, you can't really get too much from the back. A couple of bits on the crossbow here. Okay, so yeah, straps around here, belt, arm up here. We're almost getting to the end of this one now. Right. I don't know if they're totally going to try to me on the back. So add this back over the certain areas. Well, let's leave that to dry off. For now, okay, there's not a lot we're going to do on the back of the cloak here. Kind of off-white colour, I'm actually going to leave that as it is. Just as it looks worn inside. I'll start going back over some of the older bits. That one a bit brighter. So just going around with the gold now. Try and make certain parts look a little bit brighter. Obviously, again, leaving the wash in the creases. I don't. Yep, and I've gone a bit quiet again. So kind of concentrating so I forget to talk. Again, I'm just starting off from the legs. Now, work my way up from the bottom. Just take out any bits that I've looked too dark and try and brighten them up a little bit. Again, sometimes metallic is not the easiest thing to try and do anything with. I might have to slightly touch up that base again because I think I've just scuffed that by hand. It wasn't quite dry. I don't know why I actually did the base so quick. To be fair, I normally do it last. Because I'm filming this, I'm like, oh god, what, and all the rest of it, and I start, you know, doing things a little bit different to what I'm doing normally. Because as I said, I'm filming myself, and it's like, ooh, you know, bit out of sorts, not natural. So I'm not going to do too much more with this. If I don't finish tonight, I don't finish tonight, but hopefully I will. So I haven't got a lot left. It's just it is late, and I am getting tired, and this light is not the best on the old eyeballs. I was up this morning about 7:30 finishing off another miniature at the Sheriff of Nottingham, which I've posted a few bits on this page. And so tomorrow I'll spend some time trying to get this up online. And no real clue as sort of how to do much editing or anything, so it might be a bit raw, but it's something for people to, I suppose, have a look at, and if people want to learn from it, they can do. If they don't, they don't. I mean, somebody said to me I'm not the best talking on cameras, but I thought I'd give it a try again. Notice I've put a tiny bit of silver with the gold now, just to make some of this a little bit brighter. In places. There's a couple of bits of silver coming into here, which is what I wanted. A couple of bright bits of silver just on some of the edges. No, I'd say bright bits of silver, it's silvery gold. Just a couple of little bits coming into play here and there. Just that's a different dimension. So let's see if we're getting near the end now. Metallic stuff's done. I'm fairly happy with how it's turned out. So, a couple of little bits here and there. I've got the tree at the base to do. Tree at the base to say I'm leaving the cloak at the back the same. I just feel that adding any kind of white to the back is going to mess that up. A tiny sliver of white here and there for these little flag parts. So in a minute I'll sort out the tree at the bottom and we'll call time. So it's probably been about an hour because I've taken a little bit longer. So I keep having to stop and start and just not naturally video, you know, commentary, whatever you want to call it, to a person at the moment. But yeah, say, like anything, you grow, you develop, whatever it is. So I've done some kind of design on here. I honestly do not know what that is on the image. It's got a slight bit in the middle, so I'll just put some kind of design on there, possibly even like a slight bit of battle damage, whatever you want to call it. So I always check the client first that they're happy, so if they're not happy with anything, I can always delete it out afterwards quite easily enough. Right. So we're just going to finish off the tree. And after I've done the tree, anti-shine varnish. Again, Army Painter. I found that's my favourite one. I've used some others, but there has been a few, how should we say, fatalities with the old frosting that can sometimes happen. Something to do with temperature change. So that's most of the inner tree bits. So if I put this in there. Right, now really go light on this. Most of the point of white, and just tiny little. So, I think I'm, yeah, fairly happy with how that's all turned out. So I still might add a couple of little bits into the back of that jacket. Again. It's one of them ones that every time you look at it, you keep thinking, oh, trying to little white bits, red bits, white bits, reddish brown bits. A couple of little lines here and there, just to break it up a bit. Okay, so that's all got dry still. I think we're going to call him done. That's how I'll probably just go back around there with a bit of black and varnish him up. So it looks like in the morning under a bit of light. Yeah, thanks for watching.